Hi, everybody. Craig here. Welcome back to my Age of Wonders Planetfall Remnants of the Star Union campaign series. Last time around, we got started on the mission Leave-6, and we're playing as Jack Gelder, who is a Vanguard with the Voidtech secret technology. And we were able to make Planetfall on Leave-6 after Jack and his crew had spent almost 200 years in cryosleep, so obviously a very long time. And they came back to find that the planet had radically changed in the time that they'd been away. So we're kind of trying to figure out what's going on. We're looking for Jack's sub-commander here, one of his heroes. We're looking for her pet little pug. We're going to investigate that. And we're also, we've made contact with the Paragon, who are basically kind of the remnants of the Vanguard forces that have become, I guess, effectively like cybernetic units. They've really augmented themselves with technology. And so that's really the only remnant of the Star Union forces that are kind of on the planet. So we're trying to kind of make good with them and improve our relationships. So we're going to continue the mission Leave-6 and see what we can get up to in this episode. But before I go any further, I did just want to give a couple of quick shout-outs to a few individuals who left some excellent comments on the previous episode. The first of those comments is from Kara Fox. Now, Kara had a couple of really good points for me, as she has more experience with Planetfall than I definitely do. So I really appreciate the input. Kara pointed out that something that really kind of comes into play in this particular game compared to Age of Wonders 3 is that using cover is extremely important. And we got to see in those first couple of battles that I participated in that first episode, I really took a beating, especially in kind of the opening volleys of some of the ranged combat. And any units I had that weren't in cover really got damaged quite heavily. So that's something I need to make sure I'm taking advantage of moving forward, is that I'm putting my units into covered positions, and that's probably even more important than setting up Overwatch or anything like that, just to mitigate that incoming damage. So excellent point there from Kara. The next comment from Kara is that my Echo Walker, which is one of the units I got as a result of my Voidtech secret technology specialization. And we can see right here the Echo Walker. So what Kara is pointing out is that the defense mode that the Echo Walker has actually is a little bit special. Here it is, Evasion. And so what this does, the unit ends its turn and goes into a defensive mode. It becomes 50% harder to hit and cannot be flanked. If the unit is staggered, the defensive mode is canceled. So what this effectively does is it makes it almost like I'm in cover. And let's contrast this with the defense mode of a standard unit. It's only 25% harder to hit and cannot be flanked. So the point being that since this is a melee unit, I kind of have to get them engaged and get them up front. So this defense mode allows me to kind of take more risks with them than I might otherwise with my Vanguard units. And that's simply because I have the option to put them into effectively cover wherever they're standing. So excellent point there from Kara. And then finally, Kara made a great point about staggering enemies. So certain attacks have a chance to stagger an enemy, and I believe the grenade attack from the trooper has a chance to do that. So if we look here, high impact, stagger units, reducing action points and canceling defense modes. So just a point there that you can use stagger to your advantage to basically remove the enemy's movement potential or action potentials during their turn. So again, we can use that going forward to hopefully good effect. So excellent points there from Kara. The next comments here are from 87 Julius. 87 Julius pointed out that the kleptomaniac vice is actually a pretty good choice. And this refers to when I was initially picking my game setup with Jack, my leader here, and I was deciding whether or not I wanted to pick a vice, which would basically give me a penalty, but give me more points to be able to then pick other upgrades. And Julius is pointing out that the kleptomaniac vice is great because all you really do is you lose a bit of energy, but you do gain a random mod, and you also then gain an extra point to put into something else. So, you know, a good point there from Julius that could be useful, and maybe if I get to build other characters in subsequent campaign missions, I'll maybe take advantage of that. So just a good one there for Julius to point out. The next comment here is from Thomas Hazelwood. Thomas pointed out that, again, Thomas mentioned that he, likewise to me, doesn't have a ton of experience with Planetfall, but that kind of on initial assessment, it does look like cover is extremely important, and I agree, and that's exactly what Kara pointed out as well. And then same with Albtrom here. Cover looks important, and also Albtron is pointing out that I could have used the owl units that I started the game with as scouts, and that was probably what I was actually supposed to do. And I completely agree with Albtron on this one. So if we look here, we have these little owls, and they are a flying unit, which means that they have more mobility. They can travel over terrain that other units might have trouble with. So this is definitely something I could have used as more of a scout rather than kind of using them in the way that I did, more as almost soldiers, although they did a pretty good amount of damage. So overall, I don't think that was necessarily a bad choice, but just a bit of a missed opportunity there in the early game. So great point there from Albtron. And again, moving forward, I might be able to use them that way. So let's dive in. Again, a big thank you to everybody. I really appreciate all the support. Obviously, it's always a bit of a risk when you feature a new game, but you guys seem extremely excited for it, which is great because I am too. And I really appreciate the guidance in the comments because, as I said, I'm a bit of a rookie myself, so it's nice to have some veterans in the, kind of having my back. So I really appreciate it, guys and gals. All right. So, let's proceed here. So, last time, we were right at the end of our turn, and we were going to send Jack in to deal with this quest, which is to save Tappels, the little pug that belongs to our hero. Now, it does look like Jack has a level up here. Let's see if we... Oh, okay, we just have 2 extra skill points. We're not going to be applying those. So I think what we'll do now is we'll end our turn, as that was kind of right where we were last time. Very nice. Okay. Nice. We have a doctrine enacted. Okay.
Doctrine enacted.
So we have colony militia. So this effectively means production cost of all units is reduced by 10% production in your colonies. In addition, the production cost is further reduced by an additional 5% for each military infrastructure or defense building in your colony. That's super powerful. And if we look, that should mean now we've got 100 production income, and a trooper here would cost 135 production. And if we were to build a couple more of these military upgrades, perhaps we would get... Again, I'm not sure if this combat simulation center would count. Specialist training center might. I'm not exactly sure. But of the ones we already have built here, the skirmisher barracks must count. And then we also, I think, have... Okay, we don't. But we're going to get access to, with our research, I think, eventually... We're going to get access to, yeah, there it is, standard military infrastructure from Frontier facilities. So that would improve it as well. So I think that's going to make a big difference for us in terms of production, which is fantastic. All right, so let's try this out and see what we can get up to here. Okay, Port 6. This is a spaceport landmark. We're going to enter and see what our little pug has gotten up to. Do you want to enter this claimed structure? This sector has already been claimed. Capturing it causes other commanders to gain a casus belli. 4 points against you, making it easier for them to declare war. Oh, okay. Following commanders that have claimed this sector. Maybe we can... No, I don't want to do that. So maybe there's a way we can negotiate with them somehow. Actually, we might not really have a choice. We might just have to do it. Hang on. Can we somehow negotiate with them? Let's see. Let's see. Can we trade? No, that's not going to help. We can't really ask them to leave, I don't think. What if we go down here? Does this change anything? No. Okay. Let's try this one more time just to make sure. Again, I'm not as familiar with the... I am not as familiar with the diplomatic options here, so... Relations? Yeah, that's not going to do anything for us either. Okay, I think what we'll do is we'll just have to proceed, and hopefully they don't get too mad at us. Okay, so we've got some machines here that we have to fight. That'll be an interesting battle. Let's try it. Hopefully this doesn't anger the Paragon too much. I would really like to build a relationship with them. Okay, it looks like they buffed their units with enhanced targeting, which I'm assuming increases their accuracy. Let's just take a look here. Yeah, okay, so 10% accuracy and 10% critical hit chance per stack. So we'll just have to be very careful. So let's see if we can make good use of our cover here. And we've got lots of busted up cars, it looks like, that we can hide behind. Probably don't want to hide behind this explosive tanker truck, though, because that could be dangerous. Now, this golem is a melee unit that can kind of blow up units that are around it with the BOMB attack, appropriately named. All right, so let's get our boys into some cover here. Yeah, we're going to just send them up like this. Throw on an Overwatch. It is very nice having them with the mod that gives them improved healing. Or actually, I should say gives them healing, because they really didn't have that capability before. So that's a huge benefit to them. Oh yeah, and our guard also has it. So this is a one of our Paragon units, if I'm not mistaken. And we've given them an upgrade here with the nanite injectors. Yeah, and they're considered a cyborg because they're cybernetic upgrades, basically. So we want to get them into melee range if possible. We have to be careful, though, because their defense is not... their defense mode is not like our Echo Walker here, who gets the improved dodge. All right. Yeah, we'll put our trooper up here, I think. Whoops. Move them up like this. Like that. Okay, now Jack himself. I think we'll put Jack right here. Put him in Overwatch as well. I believe it was Kara who pointed out that when a unit is moving into your Overwatch, if they were in cover when they started to move, they actually get the benefit as if they were in cover. And so that kind of, I guess, keeps Overwatch from being, you know, absurdly powerful, which makes sense. Otherwise, it might almost be kind of broken in how good it is. So that actually makes a lot of sense in terms of, you know, Overwatch, not to say it's not useful, but that it maybe isn't necessarily all it's cracked up to be, or at least it's, you know, it shouldn't be relied on exclusively, is maybe what I'll say there. Now, as for our Echo Walker, we also have this other ability, Quantum Pulse. I didn't really get to try this out last time, so I'm going to probably give this one a shot. I have to kind of figure out how it works in practice by playing around with it a bit. So I'm going to wait probably until I have a battle, or I'm in a battle situation where I've got kind of the upper hand, and then I'll use it so that I get a better idea of how it functions. Because again, if we read it here, the unit splits into alternative versions of itself. The clone unit teleports a short distance, delivering a burst of instability, leaving the original version behind. The clone lasts 2 turns. If the original unit is killed while cloned, the clone will remain, replacing the original unit. Dimensional instability. 4 strength chance to cause dimensional instability until end of combat. I don't know exactly what that does, but we'll have to kind of play around with it. In any case, for now, we're just going to use them as a standard unit. Apologies for the long thought process there. I just have to kind of decide where they should go. I don't really want them right up in there just yet, so we'll hold them back for now, and then we'll see. Oh, and they're not going to... Okay, they're going to make us come to them. That's pretty cheeky. All right. Well, we'll head up with our Echo Walker, and we can advance our troopers here. Actually, can we even get a shot in? Oh, we can. We can do a reasonable odds of getting a good hit in there. We might as well try. Yeah, there we go. A little bit of damage. That's not terrible. Oh, and there's some cover here, and I hope we wouldn't be in range of this explosion. In a 2-hex radius. Ooh, yeah, we would probably get hit by that. All right, we'll go over here so we're not fully in range. We're not really in very good cover, unfortunately. And our grenade's not going to cut it. No line of sight, so we'll just throw on an Overwatch here, I think. Go like this. Meanwhile, for Jack, again, we have to be careful. We're not really getting direct cover from the front, which is not ideal, but we can at least go up here. Put a little bit of hurt over here on the... Okay, we missed. That's fine. And now we'll do a little more Overwatch, and our guard can step on up like this. Little supply drop kind of benefited our opponents there. Jack took some damage, so we'll have to be cautious now. All right, so the robot is now, or excuse me, the autonom here is in range for us. Or I guess it's a golem. Autonom would be like its race, so it's a golem. So we probably want to put as much hurt on this thing as we can, I'm thinking. Try and finish it off before it gets in too close to us. We do have to be careful with Jack. He is a little bit worse for wear currently. So now this would also be a situation where it'd probably be good for us to get our trooper in there in range to do some more damage. Because right now he can't really do a whole lot. What if we go like this? Oh yeah, there, pretty good damage. Okay, we grazed, but we still did some work, so that's fine. Now, our melee units can do quite a lot of damage here, as you can see. Oh, yeah, actually, between our two melee units, we can do a lot of work. So, maybe with Jack, we just kind of... Or even here, we could just move up with our trooper. Yeah, put some hurt in, great. And then probably get the finish with, yeah, either of our melee units. You know what, let's use our guard. Oh, and we took a retaliatory hit there. That's no good. And then we could try and get the kill here with Jack. Or alternatively, we could use our trooper here, but that's probably a waste. My hesitation is I don't want to put the Echo Walker over here and have them sitting right there, because then they'll be flankable, which wouldn't work out so well for me. Yeah, that's no good. Yeah, Jack doesn't really have a great chance to hit, which is unfortunate. Oh, and that's even worse over there. Shouldn't have moved. I should have stayed where I was. Well, we'll try it.
Enemy destroyed.
Okay, we got it done. That's good. So now we can move our Echo Walker in if need be, which is great. So then with here, why don't we attack and try and do some work? Okay, a little bit of damage there. Pretty good, actually. And then our Echo Walker, we could step up, take cover like this, and maybe try and draw some of the attacks in our defense mode here. Okay, we're going to end it there. Ooh, they repaired. Okay. Okay, we can tank that. No problem. Okay, now we're going to have to do some work over here with these troopers, so let's get started on that. Nice. Big, big damage. That's excellent. That makes a big difference for us. Actually, this would be a situation where it might be worth using like a grenade here, because these units are kind of grouped up. I just don't know what kind of damage a grenade would do, and if that would be enough to get the kill on this sentinel here. Jack could also maybe use a heal, given that he's kind of beat up. All right, let's step Jack up, and that'll free up these guys to advance at least. We could go here. Now, what's the range on this grenade? Oh, we'd have to get closer. Let's see if we can get some hits here. Okay, we ended up not doing as much as I was hoping for. That's fine. Now, this one can advance like this. Oh, yeah, we can get the kill. Oh, and you know what? We would get the kill with the grenade, so let's try it. Perfect. Oh, that was great. We killed both of them. Yeah, that grenade worked out super well. Okay, now we've got a flying unit that we're going to have to be careful, because I don't think our melee units can really hit it, given that it's up high. So I'm going to maybe pull them back a little. Jack, I think we'll just do a self-heal with Jack. Just make sure he's in good shape. You know what? This unit can even do a self-heal. And then our walker here, maybe we just make sure we're in cover, or at least some cover. And then we're going to let them come to us. Maybe we can try out our little ability. Okay, we took some damage, but nothing we can't handle. So now, we're going to try out this ability just to see kind of how it functions. Okay, so we go like this. What does this do? Okay, so there we've created our copy. So I believe this is the original and this is the copied unit. Let's take a look at them. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so it literally just creates like a straight up copy. Wow, that's actually super powerful if you think about it. Yeah, and there's no kind of adverse effect on them, really. Basically, we just have to watch out for... Yeah, if the original unit is killed, then you end up keeping your copy, I guess. And I'm assuming they would carry forward. And it even copies your amount of experience, which is great. Okay, so that straight up just literally makes a copy. That's pretty sweet. And it only lasts for 2 turns, but that's super powerful. Oh, okay, we didn't do any damage there. That's too bad. Let's try again here. Boy, we're having a heck of a time landing some hits. Oh, okay, let's just see. Does anyone else need to maybe heal? I think we're fine. There's some damage.
They've never
nice.
stood a chance.
Okay, so we figured out how that ability works. We got a couple of promotions here, so that's fantastic. Now, it is interesting, though. This unit was promoted... Oh, okay, they all were. So I was going to say, they're all at veteran now. And this one wasn't part of our group originally, and now is a novice. That's fantastic. Beep, blee, heep. The robot euphorically jumps from Dayu Yang to Jack Gelder, slewing its antenna in excitement. Come here, Tappels. Now there's a good boy. Though you have to promise to never run away like that again. Just look what you got all of us into. Looking around may actually be worthwhile in this occasion, Lieutenant. Do you remember how all the ships here had been polished and flagged for our launch day? Now they look as if they belonged into a museum or the deconstruction hangars on guard at 20. Almost makes me feel like a living ghost. Speaking of ships, though, we have to double our efforts to find the alien ship we chased down from orbit. It will be better to get on their tracks before they can prepare any nasty surprises. Oh, nice. Okay, we got a bunch of production and a knockout shotgun, which is an equipable primary weapon. Tier 3 weapon. Concussion. Okay, so 12 strength chance to apply concussion to non-ethereal or non-mechanical for 1 turn. If resisted, cause massive impact instead. Interesting. All right, yeah, let's take that reward.
Objective completed.
Nice. Okay, so we got ourselves a Vanguard pug, presumably Tappels himself. And now we also got some research and a little bit of money as well, or energy, I should say. Find the alien ship. Okay, this is our new objective. Exploration quest. Use your scout units. Okay, so we can try and scout over there, perhaps. Maybe we could use one of our little owls, as Albtrom suggested. That might be actually a great idea. Now, let's see if we've angered our friends here, the Paragon. I don't think we have. No, okay, we're still good. We're still at 5 favor. So I think it's just it was risky because they had made claim to that and we were invading it. But all we were doing was clearing out the structure, so I think we're fine there. Okay. So, oh, and here's our little pug. Oh, and it is Tappels himself. There he is. Oh, and look at this. He's got some interesting mods. He's got a pug personality matrix. Okay, so it grants high morale aura, which increases the morale of friendly biological or cyborg units adjacent to Tappels by 400. It also grants some extra shields. And then we've got interlocking armor, which just provides stagger resistance, +2 physical resistance, I think, is what that is. Or maybe that's kinetic. Oh, that's kinetic, excuse me. Additionally, this mod grants the unit +1 armor. That's something we didn't really get into much in the last episode, but there are different damage types. Instead of kind of the standard elements that we saw in Age of Wonders 3, we now have things like kinetic or psionic and all these other different kinds, arc damage. So those are all kind of the elemental sort of equivalents, if you will. So those are things to keep in mind. And then down here, improved combat sensors. The unit becomes 15% harder to hit and gains detection. In addition, the unit's scanner range on the strategic map is increased by 2 hexes and another extra armor. So Tappels is actually pretty useful as kind of a support unit for other units in the stack. So it might be worth actually getting him into this group, and we could send one of our scouts, or excuse me, one of our owls off as a scout. So maybe what we'll actually do with Tappels then is we could move him over and have him join in with Dayu Yang here, our hero. And that way she's got a really powerful unit to kind of buff, or a unit that provides a lot of advantages. And then we have these two as well that are moving over to join up as well. So why don't we do that? But we got to figure out where do we want to send our lieutenant. So again, if we look over, I believe this is the quest. This is the Vanguard squad leaders. Okay. If I remember right, there's 3 different factions. Yeah, so there they are. These are all 3, and this is this the... Yeah, that's the other one. So then where is the alien ship on the map here? Let's take a quick look. Alien ship is over here. Is that this? It's going to take me a little bit of getting used to kind of figure out how this map works. I think this is the one that's the ship, but in any case, we just need to start exploring, really. So, why don't we... Oh yeah, let's just see. Can we do any more quests for these guys while we're here? Okay, 5. We have to wait a few turns before we can help them with an additional quest. That's good to know. So yeah, we'll send Tappels over, as I said, to join up here. Whoops. Let's send Tappels up that way. And then we will move our boys over to just sit with Tappels until we can kind of join up. And then let's send our owl here. You know what? We can send the one that's taken some damage. We can send it off as a scout. And if it ends up dying, I mean, oh well. Obviously, we don't want it to die, but this will at least kind of help us figure out what's ahead of us here a bit. Okay. What is this? New recruits? Have you come to prove yourself to the great Hu Yang and his Emerald Squad? Be strong, be quick-minded, be disciplined, master your skills, and you may yet be chosen to fight in the front line as we retake the Molten Earth Arsenal. Hi, is that really you? I thought I would never have the chance to meet you as a grown-up. When did you join the Vanguard? Do you have a wife and children? How did you survive for such a long time? There are so many questions. And Fang, my dear brother, does this mean he could still be alive as well? Impossible. My family is dead. If my father were still alive, he would shoot you himself. Tell your squad leader his attempts to trick me into his confidence will be met with gunfire. Oh no. It pains me to see that my brother decided to conceal the truth about my cryosleep mission. But this is no lie, Hai. I am truly your father's sister, and I can prove it. Commander, I need your help. There is an interlocking pendant, a sort of family heirloom. My brother's piece is hidden in a repair station. It was our secret. If we can recover it, Hugh will believe us. Seems like I have 3 options here. I can support Lieutenant Yang on her search, wait for a different opportunity to convince Hu Yang peacefully, or use military force to bring this to an end. Search for Fan Yang's family heirloom. Go to Fan Yang's former working place and search for the family heirloom. I think I'm going to head to that, obviously. That seems like a much better idea than trying to engage in a pointless fight. So I'm going to accept that. And then we can convince him to cease fire. Ooh, and we'll get a laser tank. That would be cool. I would like that very much. So yeah, you know what? This is perfect. We're here already. Although maybe we should... You know what? Let's bring our troopers over just in case we need the backup. I think Tappels will be okay on his own there. Don't see any roaming units in the immediate vicinity, so hopefully that'll work out. Ooh, but that used up most of their movement. Alright. I guess we could wait until next turn. Although, I mean, really, I don't think there's going to be much chance of us fighting anything here. Looks like it would just be to go and search and find it. But you never know. We might end up in combat. So we'll wait until next turn and we can move everybody there. Okay, and we have a demand here. And this is from the Paragon faction. Ah, just the person we are looking for. It has come to our attention that tribute has not been made. Please do so for the sake of a good relationship, of course. Interesting. So they want our some money for us. We could also do a quest. Okay, so we could just straight up pay them, which would give us some reputation and favor. Some positive reputation and favor. Or we could do the quest for them. I think we'll just accept. I mean, if we do the quest, it's not going to get us anything extra as far as I understand. So I think we'll just accept. And that should have improved our relationship with them a little bit. Yeah, so now we have 10 favor, which is great. And once we have 40 more, we can then get to friendship, I guess. All right. We can upgrade our commander as well. So we have 7 skill points now. This is great. So let's take a look at what we have available to us now. So, martial artist first strike. Okay, that's for melee Overwatch. Field medicine would be nice, but now our units can heal themselves, so I'm less concerned about our units healing. Yeah, we don't really have... Fortunately, we really don't have a lot that we can upgrade our other units with, which is kind of too bad. Phase shift. Hero teleports. Okay, so we can just teleport him around. Rallying cry. All friendly units ignore morale penalties for 2 turns. You know what? We'll take this one because I think it would be beneficial just to have something for our... that benefits, like I said, the rest of our troopers. Oh, wow, look at this. The hero gains Overwatch on all primary ranged attacks and has an increased 20% accuracy with Overwatch attacks. That would be pretty good as well. Let's do those 2. Yeah, we'll do that, I think. Very good. We can also, I think, equip him with the shotgun if we really wanted. So instead of the laser rifle, which is a tier 1 weapon, we can instead get the knockout shotgun, which is... Yeah, you know what? Why don't we give it a try? We can use it in combat and see kind of how it works. And if we don't like it, we can always switch back. Do we have any other grenades? No, we could give him a revolver for some extra... we have to pay for it, but I think the grenade's probably better. Okay, great. We'll try that out and see how it works. And if we don't like it, we can always switch back. Excellent. All right, so now with Jack and his group, we should probably do some clearing. So maybe we can head up and grab that Cosmite stash. Oh, we could have actually gone to this and restored our movement points. Whoops. That was a missed opportunity. Oh, well. We also have to do... Right, okay, we're trying to end the conflict. I forgot about that. Okay, we're going to figure out what we're going to do in our main city now. So one thing to keep in mind is that we are going to have access to this recreational dome and military infrastructure upgrade next turn. So why don't we do something that just costs a single turn, so that we're ready for that next turn. So we could make a trooper or an assault bike. We could also make a colonizer to set up another city if we really wanted. We could also make an owl right now and just have another unit to scout. You know, I don't hate that idea, actually. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty good. I mean, now, unfortunately, it means that everything else is going to cost us 2 turns, but I think that was worth because we now have access to another scout unit that we can use. Maybe I should have actually done one of the other units instead. That, again, decisions are always tricky. But at least we have them this turn. You know what? What we'll do is we'll make another trooper. I do have to be careful that it's going to use up some of my Cosmite. Alright, yeah, we'll do one more trooper. And then we will send this unit perhaps over this way to go scout what's over on this side here. So let's head that direction. I think we can head into this territory without making them angry. Yeah, there, that worked out. Okay, so we'll head this way and see what we can find. And let's just make sure we don't have any other, anything else we want to use right now. Yeah, we've got our one doctrine up and running, so I think we're good in that regard. And then we're going to end our turn. All right. So we finished Frontier Facilities.
Our colonies require the means to protect themselves and a reason to stay. At the very least, it's time to invest in some good old-fashioned guns and beer. Dollar Smith, Deneb Colony Mayor.
Guns and beer. All right, cool. So we've got our recreational dome, which will give us more happiness. And then we've also got the military infrastructure upgrade, which will improve our colony militia, which is kind of like the default units that will defend your city when it comes under attack. So that's pretty good. Let's select our next research project then based on that. So we've already done frontier policies and we've got frontier facilities. We could do surveillance. Oh, this would be cool. It lets you know where the next nearest unexplored hostile spawner to the target colony is. Oh, and then it also lets you see how your empire compares to other players. That's kind of cool. Quantum gain would take 10 turns. This would give us an additional doctrine slot, which would be kind of useful. Let's do area surveillance. It's only 3 turns. We'll get it done, and then we'll have the ability to kind of see where the spawners are, maybe protect our city better. So let's do that. All right, and we're still working on Engineering Corps, which is the next upgrade for us on the military side of things. So now, let's see, we can head up here and grab this, since we're in the neighborhood. Nice, little Cosmite. And then we can head up here and see what's up there. I assume we'll have some things to fight, hopefully. All right, so now we can group up. Oh, and our little guy can't catch up all the way. That's too bad. All right, well, we'll put him here at least. And then with this group, we'll head over. Let's search the repair station. I hope this pendant of yours is made of tricorium, Lieutenant, because this place looks like it has been wrecked by a horde of angry Pteranodon. How can you even be sure, though, that this is where we need to search? For all we know, your brother could have switched working places a dozen times before he resigned. I didn't want to bring this up earlier, but let's just say that my parents were very preoccupied about any family members going missing, so they took some precautions. The pendants, they are more than just mere adornments. What are they then? Tracking devices? No wonder you never talk about your family. Yes, we could use them to find each other. When we landed, I located the pendant of my brother in this position. Last time I checked, it was still here, but now it appears to be moving. These are fresh hopperhound tracks. I suspect one of those creatures scavenged your pendant. I remember several incident reports where exterminators found entire collections of shiny objects in a hopperhound burrow.
Objective complete.
Okay, so it looks like, yeah, okay, we're going to have to fight some pesky units here. So, we are going to take our reward. We're going to get ourselves an engineer. Find the creature that ravaged the repair station. Then we can get our family heirloom, which would be amazing. Actually, I think... So let's see, what are we up against here? Some hopper hounds. So these are... Oh my, okay, we got a tier 3 elite unit here. Boy, we really don't have the best squad for this. Again, this is maybe where I should have used my main army. Because again, we don't really we have kind of a mixed bag of units here. We also have our little guy who's going to hopefully help us, but we'll wait till next turn to engage the battle, I think. So let's see, we've got this, yeah, Copperhound Eviscerator. Boy, that's kind of scary. And then we've got a couple of pugs to deal with. Yeah, those aren't going to be easy to fight. Boy, I hope they don't attack me next turn. I might be in trouble here without reinforcements. Oh, whoops. You know what? Let's get our little scout back here just to try to improve our odds in this battle. I think we're going to need all hands on deck for this one, honestly. We do have an engineer as well as the trooper. We can send them over to maybe try to get here to help as well. Yeah, I think I might have bitten off more than I can chew with that one. I'm just a little concerned that they're going to attack me first. Okay, so now we have the option for the recreational dome and the infrastructure here. So it's interesting. These don't cost energy to produce, but some of them have, like, upkeep. So you can see here that this has an upkeep cost. That's kind of interesting. Keep in mind, though, that this will reduce production costs of some of my units, which would be great. Whereas this doesn't have any upkeep costs, which is kind of nice. Why don't we do the infrastructure to get, you know, basically defend the city a little bit better and also improve our production slightly. Now, okay, yeah, and this little guy over here. We've got a crashed Surveyor drone. Let's go check that out. Oh, nice. Okay, that's going to give us just a little bit more vision. So we've got... This is another landmark here that's... we would need to go in and clear out to see what we would get out of it. We'll just keep on moving here. I think we'll head over there and see what we can see. Jack Gelder, I should have known it was you. Who had returned to the... I should have known it was you who had returned to Leave-6. The air has reeked of arrogance ever since I heard the reports about the landed sleeper vessel. Valentine. Somehow I am not even surprised to find you alive. Bad weeds grow tall. Still, I never expected you to turn against your precious Paragon friends. What happened? Did they no longer look handsome enough for you? Typical. Mocking other people's misery. While you were frozen solid, the rest of us struggled for survival. My position granted me cryosleep access. With a war to fight, I've been in and out of cryosleep in anticipation of some sign the Star Union would return. Imagine my disappointment to learn it's just you. Spoken like a true hypocrite. This is why I always enjoy chatting with you. Fun times aside, don't you agree that it is time to end this unnecessary bloodshed? Unnecessary? I am not surprised that you fell for Hai Yang's innocent act. Go ahead. Ask him what he did that night in the Elysium Parks. For my cooperation, prove you're not just after my supplies. Go to Sector 43B. Pyre X fires threaten our energy reactors. Quench them and we can talk again. Interesting. Okay, so find a way to convince Michael Valentine to end the infighting between the Vanguard, either through diplomacy or military means. So I guess what it's doing is it's giving us the option to do this diplomatically or to do it through force. And I think where possible, we may as well do it diplomatically. We would get a walker as a reward here. That's great. Okay, so extinguish the Pyrex fires, I guess that is. To remove... Okay, so this is a geothermal instability threatens the Imperial Energy Complex. To remove a hazard, you first need to complete the Society Research Environmental Conditioning. Once that is done, you can move one of your armies onto the hex with the hazard and remove it for a cost in energy and cosmite. Okay, well, that's good to know. So we will have to make sure we do that. Once we've finished area surveillance, that's something we'll start working towards. What is this? Oh, that's a supply stash. Yeah, we can head over and grab that. Okay. I guess that's going to be it for our turn. All right, well, let's hope we don't get attacked next turn, because I have a feeling we're going to not be able to hold our own. Yeah, literally as I said it. All right, this is going to be a really tough one. We're going to give it our best shot, though. Thank goodness we brought that little scout over. He might be able to help. But yeah, I think we're in big trouble here. I definitely bit off more than I can chew, I think. So maybe we'll use some of our operations here if possible. So, okay, this thing looks like it's going to be able to jump at us. Let's see. Wide claw slash. Okay, so it hits multiple units in front. Yeah. Makes sense. What about this? Combat jump. Oh, boy. Jump at target light ground unit, dealing damage and knocking them back. Okay, so we'll have to be really careful. So that could be super dangerous. Alright, so we'll advance our troopers here. Again, we probably want to spread our troops out just so that we're not putting ourselves in a position where that big guy can just kind of swoop in and hit us with all kinds of damage. And the owls are we're gonna kind of distribute them as well. Our hero, we'll leave our hero where deploy a flying repair drone that can heal units. Okay, so that we might have to use this battle. Okay, so that increases accuracy and morale for 2 turns. So we'll make sure we use that once we're closer into the actual fight here. I have a suspicion that they're not going to come to us. We're going to have to go to them. So we will still set up an Overwatch just in case. But I suspect that we are going to have to go to them. And we can move our little pug over. So he's got a blast laser. He's got blur cloud. Target friendly unit becomes 40% harder to hit for 2 turns. Resupply charge. Resupply target friendly unit. All of the unit's ability cooldowns and once per battle. Wow, and once per battle abilities are reset. That's super good. And then a healing charge. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, that's super powerful. So let's see. So for example, with our hero, we can only use this repair tools once per battle, but we could use it again if we really wanted. Or our drone deployment repair, we could use that again. That's incredible. Okay, and they are going to start advancing. That's good.
Operations ready.
So you know what? Maybe what I'll do is I might even just throw down this drone, and then I can use it again later if I use that ability on the hero. Assault bike. If we go over here, we might be able to get a shot on the hopper hound, but I don't want to get too... don't want to leave my bike in a bad spot. Although I've got quite a bit of cover, so I think if we go like this... Not quite. Yeah, that's still no good. Alright, you know what? We'll retreat back like this. I think we're just going to leave our troopers kind of where they are, more or less. And then with our hero, we will advance back, and then we're going to throw down this drone. Again, I don't know exactly how it works, but I think we can, yeah, we can control them. Okay, that's great. And then this lasts for 3 turns. So this one would be good to throw on the hopper hound when he gets closer, perhaps. Can we get it all the way from here? No. Okay, we'll have to wait till it's in range. Yeah, alright. Well, we'll wait till he's in range. We'll get our pug involved. Oh boy, so he just buffed the heck out of that hopper hound, which isn't good. We took a little bit of damage there, nothing we can't handle, however. I forgot, we also have our tactical operations here. So we got send a combat assist system. Send a cast drone to assist target unit The drone purges any negative status effects and provides +2 shielding while it's active for up to 3 turns. Drops a nanite support station on the battlefield. Nanite support station is a built-in blur field which gives obscured to all adjacent units. In addition, the station heals all adjacent friendly units 10 health at the start of each turn. The nanite support station is destroyable. Interesting. Okay, so we can drop this down like in amongst our troopers to keep them healed. We might need to use that if it comes to it. So it's good that we have that option. Let's see. Can we advance up one? Really like to blast this little guy. He's still out of range, eh? There we go. Okay. Nice. Pretty good damage there, actually. And then let's advance over here. Fantastic. There's some big damage. And yeah, still not going to get a good hit here. We have to be careful. We don't want to overextend our owl here. Be kind of a waste to use this on this little guy, but maybe we should actually get in there and try to cause some damage. Oh, we missed. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna throw up an Overwatch, and then our healing drone, yeah, can advance over and heal our trooper, I think. Oh yeah, no problem. And then our pug can advance. And now our hero can move out as well. We do need to be careful. We don't want to get her in any big danger, but maybe we put her... I think we'll put her right there. And this owl can kind of support these troopers over here. And when this unit gets in range, we'll throw on the targeting field. Okay. So this unit got healed, but is now in a position where we can light it up. Alright, so first things first. Let's debuff this guy. Very good, okay. Oh yeah, way better odds to do big damage. Not in range of our... we can't see him very well from where we're currently sitting. So... Alright, well maybe what we'll do is we'll try to kill off this guy first. And then we can start lighting up the big guy. Although, again, I'm concerned about the damage that this Hopper Hound can do. Let's see if there's maybe another way we can hit him. Yeah, I don't think we're really... It's really not in a good position for us, unfortunately. Yeah, no line of sight, which is kind of the issue. I don't want to get too close in there with my hero either and end up losing my tank, so... Oh, there we go. Okay, a little bit of damage. That's pretty good. Actually, we can end up doing a fair amount of damage here, which would be ideal. Oh, still out of range. That's too bad. Okay, let's try and get the kill on this thing at least. One less unit to do damage would be good.
Enemy neutralized.
Okay, that's great. I think we're in good shape in terms of our health, so I don't have to worry too much there. Oh yeah, no line of sight again. Dang it. We can make a unit harder to hit. Don't know exactly who he's going to attack, though. That's the only thing I'm not sure of. So maybe we'll hide behind the hero and just throw it on the hero just to be safe. And we'll leave our healing drone kind of where it is. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this damage. Oof! Ouch. Okay, and that pug did quite a lot of damage to us as well. Alright, at least this guy now is in a position where we can do some big damage to him. Let's flank him, turn him around. Okay, that didn't turn him around, but we were at least able to do some hefty damage. Now, unfortunately, we're in melee Overwatch, which means we're basically going to get retaliated against when we attack like that. So we do have to be kind of careful. We might need a little bit of assistance here with this big guy. Let's see, can we go over like this? Yes, we can. That's pretty good. Yeah, I don't want to risk that. That's no good. Let's try this.
Enemy killed.
Perfect. Okay, that's excellent. And then we can do a nice big heal there. Fantastic. Oh, and this pug is currently obscured, which means that we're not going to have as good accuracy when we try to hit him. So, oh yeah, only a 12% chance to land a good hit. Yeah, and we missed, unsurprisingly. And I think what we'll do here is we'll pop ourselves into cover, drop a heal, and then we can still try a shot. Okay, and miss. Oh, and you know what I should have done is put this on first. Whoops. Yeah, that's a mistake. Oh, and are we poisoned? Let me check. We are. Okay, we're going to take 5. I believe that's like biological damage per turn. And we have less morale. That's not good. We can throw this on, although it's probably not in the right area for it, but that's okay. Oh, geez, we almost lost our little flying... our owl here. Thankfully, these units are now kind of out in the open a little bit more than they were. They're still obscured, but not quite as much as they were. Oh, this would actually do pretty good damage and would stagger, and has a 95% chance to hit. So let's do that. Boy, even right next to them, you barely have a chance to hit because of that obscured. Could try another grenade, I guess. But this is probably the better option. Oh yeah, that's great. Okay, so now this little guy can try for the kill, I suppose.
Enemy annihilated.
Excellent. All right. Now we have to try and kill off this one to save our little guy who's up in the air. There's some pretty good damage. And then let's cruise all the way over like this. Oh, we missed. That's too bad. Here's another opportunity where I could have used my little ability and I chose not to again. Step a little closer. Okay, very, very close to death. Oh, we missed. Dang it. We're probably going to lose our little owl now. That's a real shame.
Damn it.
Yeah, that was a mistake on my part. Again, I should have just retreated that unit back. There was no real reason to risk it the way I did. Yep. Oh well. Again, you know, I'm still learning as I go, so... we might as well do a repair on somebody since we can. Oh, and we can only repair them because they're cyborgs. That makes sense.
They never stood a chance.
So we lost one owl, but we got it done. Who would have thought that pug units could turn so feral? Seems like they must have done most of the repair station wrecking themselves. I am as surprised as you are, Commander. Makes me appreciate Tappels' jolly nature even more. It's time to thaw my nephew's memory with this pendant. That heirloom belonged to my father. I thought it had been... How did you... All right. I guess if you are indeed my aunt, as you claim, you at least deserve to know that my father died many years ago in a work accident. Being his sister, you know what that means. Seeing that you spoke the truth about your identity and how your squad handled the threats on this planet so far, I am willing to believe that we can actually put an end to this conflict. You have my full support, Colonel Jack Gelder. I am still not sure if Valentine was mocking me when he referred to the Elysium parks. Sending me on a wild goose chase through deteriorating pleasure parks sounds like something he'd enjoy. Still, I cannot ignore the possibility that he has a point. As opportunistic as he may be, Michael Valentine is still a Vanguard officer. Vanguard officers don't joke about war.
Objective completed.
Explore Elysium Parks. So we have to learn more about the incidents that led to the escalation of the Vanguard conflict. Okay. So we need to finish our research before we're able to get rid of this effect. So that's something we're going to need to do in the near future here. We finished Engineering Corps, which is great. Now we can make engineers.
My generation. They were destined to change the world. All I could think was, finally, kindred souls, nerds. Rachel Mannix, IT Training Corps.
Nerds. So, look here. So the engineer has a shotgun, and it can place a gun turret, has repair tools, targeting calibration. This will be a pretty decent unit, I think. And we also unlock shotguns as well for our heroes, which is great. All right, let's keep going on the military side of things here. We could do some smart defense modules. These are like some of the things that Tappels has here. We could also do Air Corps and get access to the gunship, which would be pretty cool. Alternatively, we could start working on our Voidtech over here. That would be cheaper. Unit gains phase field. Unit is able to walk through obstacles and is 15% harder to hit in combat. That's a decent mod. Can only be applied to light units that do not fly. What's this? Okay, that's a tactical operation. There's 10 turns. It's going to take quite a while. The extra defense would come in handy for our units, and we could use some more mods. Yeah, let's do the smart defense modules. Okay. And then this little group here can head over and join up. We'll try to kind of figure out maybe how best to divvy these troopers up. Might actually be worth sending one of them up to join Jack and his group. Oh yeah, and this trooper I haven't upgraded yet, so that's something I might have to do eventually. I suppose I could even do it right now. Okay. And then, oh, the engineer. So the engineer might be worth actually throwing this mod on as well, so that the engineer can heal itself. Refreshed? Sure. Okay, excellent. So maybe what we'll do, as much as I hate to do it now that the owl has leveled up a little bit, is we could send this one off as another scout here. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have to go clear this out and see what happened. So let's group up with Tappels. And we can even send... You know what? Let's send the engineer to join in here. And then next turn we'll send this this group to advance towards the Elysium Park. Meanwhile, this little guy... you know, it looks like there's some stuff to grab down there. Maybe you can go grab this. Yeah, production stash pickup. Alright, now over here... Again, we need the research first. Let's just take a look at what we're currently working on. So, oh, we need environmental conditioning. Aye, that's going to be quite a while till we're able to get that. So, we'd have to do food development, I think, to get to there. Although it looks like maybe... I wonder if you can do any of these, or if it's just you have to do one of them. Might actually be directly food development. Yeah, okay. So in the meantime, let's just keep exploring. Grab this first, though. I almost forgot. Okay, let's see. As you're about to open the containers, a ragged fellow who looks like a paragon recluse approaches you on a transport and shows you an item. Secretor as he points towards the container. Seems he wants to trade. Trade, let's see, trade the food for the item. Ignore the trader and gain food. Shoot him, gaining both. This will impact your reputation. Oh, I see. Okay, so it's a weapon. Okay, so it has an ability called, it's a biological weapon, it looks like. Encase strength, chance to apply encase for 2. If resisted, this ability causes stagger. Okay, so it's, I'm assuming like some kind of like lockdown. Oh, it's biochemical, I guess. Biochemical damage. Probably some kind of lockdown ability. I mean, I've already got a bunch of different kinds of guns, but this looks like a pretty decent weapon, so I am going to do it. And again, we can't clear this out yet. So let's head this direction. Take a look. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty good. Now, as for Jack, well, we need him to go and clear some stuff out over here, because if we think about it for a second, we need to clear out this Elysium Park on this side as well. So maybe we should loop kind of around that direction. Although, again, there's some stuff up here I wouldn't mind clearing out while we're in the area. Let's see, what else could we go and do? That's pretty far away. We're not going to get there for a while. Yeah, decisions. You know what? I'm going to leave this for next episode. So let's think about maybe where, and maybe provide some suggestions if you guys don't mind. Let me know what you think. Where should I send Jack and his stack next? Should I kind of go do some more clearing and exploring up here? Or should I send him this direction, kind of back where I've already explored, and head down towards the Elysium Park? And just a kind of reminder, the map kind of flips around, as you see when I pan over. You know, because again, we're basically on a planet, so it's all continuous. The left side of the map goes over all the way to the right, which is different from Age of Wonders 3. So that takes a little bit of getting used to. But in any case, I think that's going to do it for this episode. So we'll just zoom out and take a look at the map here. And we will save this one. We'll call this episode 2. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you in the next one.